type stuff. Let me get my snacks ready. I want to talk about before we begin. I know y'all see. You could say it went down. But yeah, it went down. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Or how I found out I was pregnant, the journey throughout my pregnancy and the birth. So, if my mama and them watching this, please excuse this video. You might want to, skip forward towards the end or watch somebody else's video. Since we all grown here, we grown, Let's talk grown folks business. So, I was actually coming off my period. I thought I was done. I thought I wasn't bleeding no more. So, a girl wanted to get down to business, wanted some love. Oh my gosh, okay. So y'all wanted some love. And we did the do. And so I went back in the bathroom. I checked my panties. No, I went to the bathroom. I used it. I wiped myself because I had to pee or whatever. And it was still some blood on the tissue. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I told him. And then I automatically knew I was going to get pregnant because, I'm very fertile. So I'm pregnant. I was scared to tell my mother, but when I went over there, she noticed I was eating a lot. I'm like, yeah, she know I was eating a lot. I thought she was gonna be mad, but she wasn't mad. She's actually excited. She was actually excited. That's all she kept talking about. My grandbaby, my grandbaby. So that made me feel good. So yeah, I kept eating a lot. I'm eating. I'm eating for two. Shit, so yeah. And then we told his mother. I'm like, oh my gosh, we should go say it, But yeah, both of them was happy. So yeah, I was happy for that. And then once everybody knew, I felt, better. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this, yeah. So throughout my pregnancy, it was good the first few months. Eating a lot, gaining weight, going to my appointments. When I first heard her heartbeat, I had a little teary eye. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really for real. I can't believe this. Yeah, I kept going to appointments. Everything is good, thank God. Her heartbeat is strong. She's growing good. Man, throughout my pregnancy, 9 months, guess how many pounds I weighed? 200 pounds, y'all. 200 pounds. Oh my gosh. I felt like I was in my 600-pound life. I'm just eating everything. I mean, I had an excuse to eat like that because I was pregnant, So this where it got not difficult, but it got, you could say, kind of scary since this is my first pregnancy. So I think when I was 8 months going into 9 months, my feet got swollen. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. When your feet get swollen, legs get swollen. I'm pretty sure y'all know. I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, so my feet got swollen, face got fat. I mean, that's normal, but I didn't want my feet to be swollen, legs to be swollen, but it did. And my pressure started rising up when I went to my OB/GYN appointments. My pressure kept going up. I'm like, oh my gosh. So they're like, hopefully it'll go down. This is normal. This is what happens during pregnancy. I'm like, okay. They gave me some high blood pressure pills. Me, I'm not a person, I don't like taking pills. I don't like taking medicine. So I'm gonna just do this stuff naturally. But I made sure I took my pills because, I can't be selfish. I have to make sure she's okay, just not me. I want to make sure my baby's fine. So my pressure kept rising up, and I don't know, then I had a UTI. It says common to get a UTI during pregnancy. I'm like, what the hell? So I had to take pills for that. Then that went away. So I kept getting headaches. I kept getting headaches due to my high blood pressure. Oh my gosh. Due to my high blood pressure. So it was this one night that I had a real bad headache. It kept going off and on, off and on. It was always my left side of my eye. Or forehead eye. Yeah, my eye was turned too. So I'm like, alright, let me go to the hospital. It was late night. So the office wasn't open for my OBGYN. So I'm like, I think we need to go to the hospital to check my pressure, because my head kept hurting that day. So I went in the emergency room. They could see I'm pregnant because I'm out of breath. Walking there, I'm literally out of breath. I'm like, so, whew, 1 second, y'all, I'm out of breath. Yes, I was that big. I was out of breath. I told him I had real bad headaches. My pressure is high. So, automatically a doctor came and they checked my pressure, and it was high. They was like, oh yeah, you have to be induced. I was excited because, I'm happy to meet my baby, but I want her to be a Christmas baby. She was born on the 13th. But either way, I was excited. I really wanted a water birth, but I couldn't get a water birth because I was hooked up to a lot of IVs and cords and all this other stuff. So water birth was out, so I was a little upset about that. So he called his mother. I posted on Instagram. If you're not following me, please follow me. I posted on Instagram that it's time. My mother, everybody knew. Everybody is excited but was scared too. So, they checked me for COVID. They put a Q-tip on my nose. So I was negative. Don't have COVID, thank God. So we waited. It was a long process. We waited. Had to pee in a cup or something. I don't know for what for. Oh, I guess they wanted to check to see if my UTI was gone. It was. Because, everything is in the system. It's in the computer. So they look at everything prior. So, that was gone. Then I went into our room. It wasn't a bad room. I saw the baby bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. So since I wasn't in labor, they had, like I said, they had to induce me, which means they had to put, I don't know, do you call it balloons? They stick this tube in your cootie cat and they blow 2 balloons up with the water so you can, so your cervix can dilate, which means thin out. So, she was flat out, but she ain't want to come out. The balloons came out when I had to use the bathroom. They was like, okay, that's good. Your cervix is thin enough, so let's see where she's at. And they felt her head. I felt them touching her head. I'm like, oh my gosh. I felt them touching her head and stuff. I was excited, but them contractions. Oh my gosh, the contractions. I didn't know you're gonna feel that type of pain in your cootie cat. Like, oh my gosh. It was like, at first it wasn't bad, but then it started having more contractions every minute or so. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm in a bed. I'm looking rough. It's okay, ladies, if you're looking rough through pregnancy, shit. We going through it right now. But I was looking rough. I'm just laying there. I'm going through it. I should have vlogged that, but I didn't start my YouTube then. My apologies for that, guys. That would have been a good vlog. But I'm going through it. My mom's in the hospital with me. You know how your mothers be so concerned. They be looking sad because you're in pain and they can't help you. So she was there looking sad. So my pressure kept going up. They noticed that on the monitor, and then they kept talking about yeah, you're gonna have to need a C-section because she's not moving the way we want her to move, and your pressure's going up. So I want to make sure both of y'all is fine. I'm like, okay, let's get it over with. So I'm on a lot of drugs, a lot of medicine, y'all. It's like I'm cold. I'm kept shivering. I'm like, is this normal? I'm just shaking. I'm just shaking like shit. Literally like that. So yeah, I'm shaking. And they're like, yeah, that's normal. So, oh, let me rewind back. I had to get, what is it called when they stick the needle in your back? I forgot what it's called. Every time I record, every time I vlog, I forget the name of stuff. Like, what the hell? So, y'all know. I forgot the name of it right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So, back to where I was at. I'm in the bed. They pushing me in my bed to go in the room so I could go under the needle. Yeah. And this where things kind of got, you know, serious. Things got serious. So they gave me some more medicine through the IV. And I think he touched on my stomach. He pressed it on my stomach. He said, can you feel this? I said, yeah. And they gave me a little bit more. I had to wait, you know, to kick in. And then that's when they put the cover up so I can't see. I can't see nothing. I only can feel. So they put the cover up. And then that's when they began to cut my stomach. I didn't feel it. The only thing, okay, after they finished cutting my stomach, I felt them pull her out. It didn't hurt. I just felt like, you know, pulling her out of my stomach. Then I heard her cry. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so beautiful to hear my baby cry. And then this is the part that hurt the worst, y'all. After they want to make sure everything's out of your stomach, so they're gonna press on your stomach hard as hell. That shit hurt. I was about to cry. I was really about to cry. So yeah, they did all that, make sure everything is out. They stitched me back up. You know, I'm weak, so you know, I ain't really move a lot. I'm weak like this. I'm cold, still shaking from all the IVs and drugs they gave me. Yeah, so he went to go take a picture of her while I'm still in the bed. Yeah, so he went to go take a picture of her while I'm still laying down. And after they cleaned her up or whatever, I'm still in the bed, so they pushed me back to my room and they brought her in, and he came in with her. He asked me, did I want to hold her? I said no, because I don't want to drop her. You know, I'm weak. I can't, you know, I'm weak. I said no. It's not. But yeah, my mom held her. The next day, everybody came to the hospital to see her. Yeah, and this is the part where I kind of got emotional, because since I wasn't in labor myself, I didn't get dilated, I didn't produce no milk. So I'm like, oh my gosh, when is my milk gonna come? You know, that's the exciting part to breastfeed your baby, because you feel connected. You know, you just hold your baby and feel the baby drinking the milk. So I kind of felt less than, you say, a mother. Felt less than, or less connected to her, because my milk wasn't produced. So they told me, just keep pumping when it's, you know, as if it's time for her to eat. So just keep pumping. Yeah, so I tried that. But then I don't know why I didn't keep going through with it. Because it wasn't nothing really coming out, and it was making my nipples sore. So I'm like, what's the point? But it was leaking a little bit, and every time it leaked, I pumped. It still wasn't enough, and I felt like she wasn't getting full. So I'm not gonna starve my baby if I'm not producing enough milk. So, you know, at least I got the feeling of it. I did breastfeed one time, and it seemed like she wasn't full. So, I mean, I'm happy I did get the experience of that. Yeah. If y'all have any questions or anything else that you want to know, or anything that you felt like I left out, please comment down below, and I will share with you or tell you the process of it. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in this video.